Brits Morning Brew Crew.
3, 2, 1. Let's go! I love country because it's real.
It's just my lifestyle.
It's who I am.
That's what country is.
It's about family. It's about America.
It's Brits Morning Brew Crew.
Let me show you how a country girl gets it done, y'all.
You're on with Britt Bailey.
Oh my goodness. We are live here at Cabin Coffee Company. Jet Jurgensmeyer, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
I'm glad to have you. I love that you just noticed we just had our video go through on the intro and everything. We were just talking right off air about the National Finals Rodeo, and you have been there
my entire life.
Yeah.
I was one of those little boys that walked around with like my bull riding vest. I had to have a number on the back, I had my chaps and spurs on. That was me. I should have pulled up a picture to like have ready to show you. I have a couple pictures on my phone.
Well, you know what? We can definitely post that later because I'm guessing I probably took one of those photos of you walking around the concourse.
Well,
so, because it's always
crazy.
Adorable.
Yes, I saw on your intro you interviewed JB Mooney. That's someone I would love to meet one day.
Yes.
I don't think I ever got to meet him when I was younger. And
okay.
In my eyes, he is the greatest of all time at bull riding.
Yes.
I mean, it's pretty undisputed at this point.
Correct. And,
honest.
you know, speaking of little kids and their bull riding outfits, his son actually had to approve our interview. So
really?
JB's like,
his
well,
son's adorable. I see his son on all of his interviews, you know, sitting there. Who's a better bull rider, you or dad? Dad. He's adorable.
Yeah. Well, and when Luke Branquino interviewed the two of them, he's like, I'm going to do everything but barrel racing.
Yep. That was such a good clip.
Yes.
I remember seeing that. I was like, man, that's a kid that grew up around bulls.
Exactly. Well, and you grew up around the music industry, not only music, but also you did some acting too.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I started acting when I was 4 in Nashville. Started going out to LA when I was 5 and working for everybody. I always kind of make the joke, if you name the company, I've probably done something for them. Between Fox to Netflix, Amazon, Nickelodeon, Disney, you name it, I've done something for them. And music's always been right there with me. You know, growing up in Nashville, I was around music. I started getting on stage when I was 3.
Wow.
And
so there's no stage fright in your vocabulary.
The only place I've ever been somewhat nervous, and people that know the music business will probably know, the Bluebird Cafe.
Oh, yes.
The first time, really every time I've played there, it doesn't get any less stressful. Every time I've been there, I was expecting it to get better. It doesn't.
But
the first time I played there, it was like the one time in my life I can remember being genuinely stage fright, like stage fright coming in there and being scared.
Yeah.
But it eventually went away. And
that's good.
You know, calm the nerves.
Yes.
But I just grew up on stage, grew up performing in front of people, and started really focusing on music when I was about 10.
Okay.
My parents kind of bought me my first nicer guitar, little baby Taylor.
Nice.
Learning the classics, you know, Wagon Wheel, Country Roads.
Yeah.
Let It Be.
Oh, yeah. Gotta love that.
Of course.
Yes.
And started writing songs when I was about 11 and putting stuff out when I was about 13. And now here we are. I'll be 20 in November.
Wow. That's awesome.
It's crazy.
That's awesome.
Time flies.
Well, and you know, the neat thing is that everybody has their experiences with country music. And I know a lot of people go, oh my gosh, you're so young. Have you had experiences? But you have your own experiences and your perception of stuff.
Absolutely. That's something that's always really interesting I have had a very long career at this point, to be honest, but it's always strange meeting people for the first time that don't really know that.
Yeah.
And if I'm like, oh yeah, I remember when I saying like I used to do that, or I remember when I did that, or when I got scared before I would go out and act and do a scene or something, memorizing lines. People get confused, but I've been doing it for a very long time, and it is also kind of a breath of fresh air. That's the word.
It's okay. We can back talk words in the morning. Thank
go.
You to the Cabin Coffee.
Thank you.
We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Makes us talk it not cursive.
There you go. Had to get a sip in there. That's why I did that. I did it on purpose.
Perfect.
Actually.
Good job.
It's always a breath of fresh air whenever I meet people that when I was younger just treated me like a professional. Sure. People that never once had to comment on my age or be like, oh man, you're really young, or hey, do this with the kid. It's like people that learn your name goes a long way. Yes. And I think I heard Ed Sheeran say, you know, nobody wants to work with a jerk.
Very true.
Just be nice to people.
Yeah, that's very true. Well, and you know, with your acting career, I know you said that there's all sorts of different companies that you've worked for, but let's just briefly touch on just a couple of the different shows because people, when they see you on here, they might be, gosh, he looks so familiar.
I do get that a lot. I obviously was on Last Man Standing, which was on Fox with Tim Allen, Nancy Travis, played their grandson, Boyd, on that show for a couple of years. I was in season 3 of a show called Ozark, which was on Netflix. Done a lot of voiceover work over the years for Disney, Nickelodeon, Amazon. So if you have younger kids in your life, I always am like, you probably hear my voice without realizing it.
Right.
Anything from like Bubble Guppies on Nick Jr. to Tots on Disney Jr. Now it's funny, I'm the adult voice on Nickelodeon that does like the next up on Nick Jr., all that good stuff.
Cool.
That's me. So really parents actually recognize my voice more so than the kids do, which is always funny when the parents geek out over like, you're Nani from Bubble Guppies. And the kids are like, what are you talking about?
Right.
You're not Nani.
No, you don't look like a cartoon.
Exactly. It's always the best watching kids like get excited, but you can tell they're confused as to why they're excited.
Sure.
So that's a little bit. I was Spanky and Little Rascals. That's always a fun one.
Yes.
I was 7 when I did that.
Oh my gosh. So do you feel that really brought you into a lot of this? Like that really helps your music?
Absolutely. I get asked, like the differences between acting and music and whether or not they help each other. I mean, they're both different forms of entertainment.
Right.
And so I think I wouldn't be as good at either one if I didn't have the other.
Sure.
The performing on stage in front of people helps me when I'm doing a live action show in front of a live studio audience like Last Man Standing.
Yep.
And that having to memorize lines when I was younger.
Yeah.
Before I got really good at memorization because I used to not be able to. When I was little, I couldn't read.
Right.
So if I had to memorize auditions, it was my parents reading it to me.
Sure.
And then me memorizing it.
Yeah.
And so I think that has bled over into my music. Learning songs, memorizing songs, or even playing downtown on Broadway in Nashville. A lot of times we get requested songs we've heard maybe twice.
Yeah.
And we always call it the Nashville rehearsal.
Sure.
We hear a song about twice and we're like, yeah, I'll play it for you. $20? Absolutely.
Right.
Of course. I can play you Taylor Swift.
It's not Wagon Wheel. We're okay with whatever.
Exactly. $100 for Wagon Wheel. I've seen bands do that.
There you go.
And I think that the acting stuff really helped with that, being able to take artistic liberties, making the song your own when you're covering it, making the scene your own, making the character your own, and being good at hearing something once or twice and be like, yeah, I can have a rough guesstimate of what that was supposed to sound like. So I definitely think that they help one another, and they're both extremely useful when you put them together.
Fantastic. Well, and you have a great new song. It's out. We're gonna have you play that one.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want to play that one first and something else that you have coming out later, or do you want to play something that you really love to play, like Wagon Wheel? I don't have $100 bill on me.
How about I play the new single first?
Perfect.
And then I slow it down with a little acoustic song that'll be on the album.
Fantastic.
As well.
Awesome. Sounds great.
So this is my newest single. It's called Good Days. I wrote it with my really good friend Drew Rizzuto. It was our first time writing together. We both were like, all right, let's write a song that everyone can relate to about getting lost in the good days of a bad relationship. And so that's where this song came from.
Perfect.
Why you never wanna run away, run with me, baby, till we find a better place. Always telling me you wanna go, but you're scared of things that change your perfect halo. I'm here every time, same thing, but I don't mind. Put me through hell, but I'm always crawling back to the lies. Heartbreak to you ain't the same. Something about you and the pain gives me a high and makes me look back to all the ways I got lost in the good days. And your ego's pulling me in, at it again, like a drug still in my blood, but it never ends. Like I'm stuck in a frame, perfect in pain, always the same, but with some medicine we can make it work. I'm here every time, same thing, but I don't mind. Put me through hell, but I'm always crawling back to the lies. Heartbreak to you ain't the same. Something about you and the pain gives me a high and makes me look back to all the ways I got lost in the good days. Got lost in the good days. Was it broken from the start? Was it written in the stars? Were we made for broken hearts before it tore me apart? I'm here every time, same thing, but I don't mind. Put me through hell, but I'm always crawling back to the lies. Heartbreak to you ain't the same. Something about you and the pain gives me a high and makes me look back to all the ways I got lost in the good days. Got lost in the good days. Why you never wanna run away, run with me, baby, till we find a better place. Woo,
Oh my goodness.
Something like that.
That was fantastic. See, I love it. People get to have a little bit of a show along with their coffee this morning with you in here. Exactly. And you probably saw it bump just a little bit. I had to get some good video of you vertically because we also do a lot of stuff on our socials and you do as well. Tell me how hard that's been to kind of get constant content for that.
It is. My mother's laughing because it is a constant. Oh, hello, welcome to the cabin. It's a constant argument in the Jurgensmeyer household. I am terrible at social media.
Okay.
I don't like social media, so that doesn't help.
Sure.
But if you want to have a career,
correct,
really in anything,
yeah,
you should probably be active on social media. So I'm terrible at it. It is definitely difficult, especially like if you're in college, you know, between classes, things like that.
Yep.
I don't feel like I have time. I probably do, but when you don't like something, you don't want to find time for it.
Truth.
So it's just been a battle of myself, my will, to just, all right, I got to do it. And making sure that my mom doesn't get too mad at me for not posting enough on Instagram. I gotta stay active.
Do you find a lot of people resharing this song and telling you their story along with it?
This has been really a blessing in disguise. It's been my fastest growing song that I've put out. And that's surreal.
That's
really,
cool.
Because when I wrote the song with Drew, not to get too detoured, but this song had no business getting cut by me or being my single. It wasn't one I thought I was going to record. And the more we sat with it, the more we were like, well, let's try it with the band and see how it feels. And then we recorded it and we were like, man, this turned out, this is pretty cool. Definitely didn't think it was going to be my next single. It was down to a different song I thought it was going to be. And we put it up to a vote, you know, me and the team, we just voted on it. And I mean, I can't describe enough, like it squeaked in. Yeah. And Good Days just completely by happenstance happened to be the next single. And I'm so grateful that it is because I mean, here I am getting to play it for you and everybody watching, and it's getting played on the radio across the country. And that's amazing.
It is. And it has been blowing up, seeing the socials as it's been blowing up with that. It's been very cool to see people's own experiences with it as they've been tagging you and stuff.
Because, I mean, it doesn't matter where you are in life. Everybody can relate to the story. And that's what I've always said is I want to write and put out the most relatable music. The last album I put out, my goal for that was to write all of the songs. And to write all the songs, I said it's going to be something myself or one of my co-writers has been through or is currently going through. So then for this album, the goal was, all right, I'm going to write everything that I'm going through, have been through, and whatever I'm feeling. So every one of the songs on this coming album that Good Days is a part of is me.
Fantastic.
So it kind of gives me a chance to be vulnerable with the audience, open up a little bit, and people really get a chance to not wonder which one of the writers they're connecting with. They just know that they're connecting with me.
Sure. So with that being said, what is a really good song off of this next album that you'd like to play for us that you can be a little vulnerable with?
Being that vulnerable, this is one that I wrote with my friend Erica Latza and our other co-writer Josie Bisto.
Okay.
Both really, really good friends of mine. We wrote we wrote this song. It was just, they actually came to my school's campus in Nashville. They came to Belmont, and we just wrote in one of the practice rooms in one of the buildings.
Nice.
And we decided to write this song, and it kind of came out of nowhere. So this one's called Six Strings.
All right.
I picked it up, I can't put it down. Strumming through my thoughts till all my words fall out. I laid it out for everyone to see, wishing on every star that hangs in Tennessee, that maybe I won't be just another damn he tried. No, couldn't seem to get it right in those 3 minutes, but he put his whole heart in it. 'Cause I done prayed and hoped he heard every story, every word that I've been living. I swear these 6 strings have lived it. I've put the miles on my boots, dreaming of a sold out crowd, empty dive bar rolling, and all the ones that wrote me off, they'll hear me on the radio, and when they sing along, swear they knew all along that he was never just a damn he tried. No, couldn't seem to get it right in those 3 minutes, but he put his whole heart in it. 'Cause I done prayed and hoped he heard every story, every word that I've been living. I swear these 6 strings lived it. Won't be another damn he tried. I'll keep trying till I get it right in those 3 minutes. I'll put my whole heart in it, 'cause I done prayed and I know he heard every story, every word that I've been living, all the dues I've given. I swear these 6 strings lived it. I swear these 6 strings have lived it.
Wow, that is so good. My goodness. And I'm so impressed with the aspect of it. You have lived a lot.
Thank you.
Like, your boots have truly been in a lot of miles.
Yes, ma'am.
And so to be able to write about that, to be able to articulate that, just shows how great of a songwriter you truly are.
Thank you so much.
So,
Thank you. I am fortunate. I surround myself with amazing co-writers that I wouldn't be able to write the songs without them. And I always make the joke, I'm not like a music major or anything like that. I'm not a guitar major, a songwriting major. So I'm fortunate I get to surround myself at a school where everybody's better than me.
Yeah.
And so I think surrounding yourself with people that are more talented than you makes you be better and practice more and eventually be better.
Always. That's kind of like the millionaire's rule, is that surround yourself with people that are better than you, and you will raise up for the
100%.
occasion.
Absolutely.
So speaking of your boots, I'm seeing some Wrangler here,
ma'am.
and I got to say, I've got a really nice hat
Yeah, I like
on
your
today.
hat. Man, that's crazy, guys.
Thanks.
Look at
Thanks.
that.
Look at that. If you can see that, I don't know if it can zoom in on that, but yes, you have some great merch out there as well.
I do, yes, ma'am. Everything is on my website,
Awesome.
Jurgensmeyer.com. Pretty soon, I think the hats will be on the website. I
Fantastic.
hope, at least.
See, got it before you can buy it. I love it.
I
A little
know,
perk
you
about
got
being
that.
in the radio, I'll tell you.
I know. And then obviously the Wrangler, I'm wearing
Yeah.
Django boots and stuff like that. So that's
Definitely.
my daily attire. It's funny. I'm wearing I've heard this called the Canadian tuxedo because it's
denim on denim.
Denim on denim.
Yeah,
it's not the most brilliant fashion choice, but I'm also not a fashion major.
Well, so. and that the denim jacket is always classic, no matter what. You're not wearing a denim shirt underneath your denim jacket, so it's not quite the Canadian tuxedo. You could be,
and also with the denim vest as well.
Yes,
you know, if I really wanted to go all
get a little lambskin on that, you'd be set. Yeah,
so I won't.
Yes,
I got the American flag on my shirt.
There you go. From Nashville. So yes. So thank you so much, Jet. We've got to let you take off. You've got to get on this radio tour. Yes, so where are you looking forward to most playing aside from, of course, here? We always say Iowa.
You know, I'm really excited for near the end of this summer, starting in July. I'm going to be doing some full band gigs with some of my best friends. I'm really fortunate I get to play on stage with some of my best friends. Nice. And we're going to be everywhere from Ohio to Pennsylvania, Virginia. We're getting more constantly booked. And then, you know, I love writing. So being able to put the songs out there on social media, like we talked about, and get people's takes and opinions.
Yeah. And we've got a lot of people that go to Nashville every month. So where's a great place that they might be able to find your list of where you'll be in Nashville?
Oh my goodness. Well, my website, jurgensmeyer.com. If you click on the tour section, you'll be able to see where I'm going to be playing. I play all over Broadway. I play at Martin's Barbecue on 4th Avenue.
Nice.
Come say hi, get some
good food
of the best barbecue you will find. Ed Lee's wants to put their name up there, but they cannot hold Martin's jockstrap. All right. so nice. Martin's is better. So y'all go to Martin's.
Yes.
And watch Ed Lee's going to try to book me down. They'll be like, we saw you actually talking bad about look, I'll stand by Martin's. They've been good to me. All over Nashville, though, and then obviously, you know, I might be coming to Iowa. I might be coming to Ohio. Just go to my website and see.
Perfect.
Say hi.
Sounds good. Well, thank you so much for joining us here today, and it's been great for hearing you play and where you're going to be going.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah, keep on watching. We're going to be doing more live stuff all the time, and come and get your Cabin Coffee Company coffee this afternoon. They've got all sorts of stuff here at any point in time. Very much so, right?
I need a coffee.
It is perfect for a coffee break here as our Brew Crew Spotlight on the Country Moose.
That was another On the Road exclusive with Britt Bailey.
Now that's what I call country.
Yeah, you guys are so much fun.
Just who we are.
Bring on the country.
That's what we do.